Coventry City are finally back in the Premier League, but realistically, staying in the top flight for a newly promoted side is going to be very, very difficult. We've got one of the weakest squads compared to other teams in the top flight. Barely any budget compared to the top teams, and if we don't strengthen up quickly, we're going to get relegated in the first season back. So today, I'm rebuilding Coventry City to see if I can take my club all the way in the Premier League. Not just survival, but to one of the best clubs in England and maybe in Europe. Now, unfortunately for us, the Premier League fixture list has not been too kind to us. Our opening games include the likes of Man City, Bournemouth and Everton, which is probably the worst start we wanted as a newly promoted team. And just looking at the squad right now, I'm not going to lie, survival's looking very unlikely. And most predictions for Coventry City, they have us going straight back down. And honestly, with the quality difference compared to us and some other teams in England, I can understand why. So if we're going to stay in the Premier League, we are going to have to make some smart signings. And potentially a system that can also work in the top flight division. So ladies and gentlemen, at the moment we have sold Ben Wilson, Jamie Allen and Jay Da Silva. Our current budget is up to 18 million. So hopefully we can just get a few more signings. And Ellis Sims is going to Rangers for around £2.6 million. And ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Coventry City's first signing in Femi Aziz from Championship club Millwall just for £5.2 million. And another player out, Brandon Thomas Asante to SC Freiburg just for £2.8 million. And there we have it, signing number 2, Mateus Oliveira from SC Napoli just for £8 million. Welcome to the Sky Blue Army, my friend. And there we have it. We took it to the free agents to sign star striker Tony Fruit for absolutely nothing. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jake Bidwell sold to Hull City for £770,000. Just a little bit extra cash. And another player out, Joel Latibodia to Al Ittihad just for £2.1 million. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, match day 1 against Manchester City. This is how the first team is currently looking. We're still looking to get just a few more signings in there. Tony Fruit up front, Rodoni in the middle, Femi Aziz, Carl Rushworth in net, Oliveira's the new signing. Can we get our first win in the Premier League? Oh, we can! Oh, Femi Aziz! Femi Aziz! Welcome back to the Premier League. Watch out because Coventry City are coming for you. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. JD Canvot, a nice youngster, 19 years of age, coming from Crystal Palace just for £6 million. And after our final transfer summary, this is how our Premier League team is currently looking. Carl Rushworth in there. Oliveira as a new centre-back. Tony Fruit up front. Jaden Canvot in the centre defensive role and Femi Aziz on that right. Bring it on, Premier League. Alright guys, so now we are halfway through the season and it's been safe to say it has been a roller coaster so far. Right now, as it stands, Coventry City sits 17th in the league table, 5 points of Leeds United who are 18th in the relegation zone. Might not sound amazing at first, but where this team has come from, I'll take it. But at the same time, it shows we can compete with anybody in this division. We've already beaten teams like Manchester City and Chelsea too. We've beaten Chelsea 3-2. We've picked up points against Newcastle and Tottenham Hotspur. So this team definitely has some quality. And some of the signings like Femi Aziz, Tony Fruit, they've really grown and they've really contributed. With Femi Aziz, 7 goal contributes. And our top goal scorer, Frank Onyeka. Okay guys, the season is officially now over. Let's see if Coventry City are relegated or staying up for another season. But no! We've been relegated by 1 point. After everything we did throughout the season, massive results, and we still can't survive. Still, I don't think this rebuild was a failure. We've got to rebuild again. We need to keep some of our star players in for the next season for the Championship. On to Season 2 we go. With Season 2 underway, this is how our current squad's looking. Wait a minute. Where's Carl Rushworth? Oh, that's right. We had him on loan, but I didn't sign him permanently. With only £66 million to spend, I'm going to need to be very tactical this season. Now we have it, our first signing, Florentino from Benfica, just for £15 million. And our first departure is Hadjirai going to Lyon for £4 million. And another departure is Andrew Morton gone on loan to Cadiz for 1 year. And Tatsuro Sakamoto leaving the Sky Blue Army to go to Fiorentina for £4 million. And there we have it, our second signing, young superstar, 18-year-old Mikey Moore from Tottenham Hotspur for £18 million. And there's another player leaving, Kane Kessler Hayden, for £3.1 million. He is off to Besiktas. And here we go, Carl Rushworth is back at Coventry City for another season for £19 million. And another departure, Luke Wolfenden to Everton for £3.8 million. And Samuel Morales, a regen from Gladbach for £4 million. Welcome to the Sky Blue Army. And welcome our new backup right back, Angel Ortiz from Real Betis for £6.5 million. So before the season starts, this is how the team is looking ahead of our championship season. Carl Rushworth is back at an 81 rated. He was 79 overall when we first brought him in, and he's bumped up to an 81. Tony Fruch will take charge up front. New youngster signee Mikey Moore, halfway through the championship season, and as it stands, Coventry City are top of the table in front of Bournemouth on 64 points with only one defeat. And that defeat recently coming in December against Cardiff, 1-0, with our top goal scorer at the moment being Tony Fruch, who's grown up +3 to an 82. 16 goals, 11 assists. Jack Radoni's up there as well. Femi Aziz is up there, but he's not going as I expected him to. Looking at the squad's growth, everybody is doing their part. Everybody is growing. Now, all it's down to is winning that league title and getting promotion back to the Premier League. Hold on a minute. What's this? I was just swimming through the season. Training class injury. A challenging day at the training took a turn for the worse for both Ortiz and Rushworth. No, our starting goalkeeper. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's only a head injury, so he'll be out for 2 weeks. That is absolutely fine by me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of season 2 in our Coventry City rebuild. Last season we got relegated, but this season will we find out that we will be back in the Premier League for season 3. Okay, good thing we haven't been relegated. That's fine. We're not in the playoffs. And we've done it. We have secured promotion back to the Premier League, but in fashion style possible. Won the league, back to the Premier League, here we go, in season 3. But this time, can we survive? Season 3, as it stands, back into the Premier League. We need to make some marquee signings. £76 million is a £10 million profit than what we had last season. And the first season in the Premier League, I think this will be good for us. In Wesley Fofana from Chelsea for £31 million. This is a statement signing, and he can really help us out in that back line. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Prestani from Sheffield United, £23 million. The right mid that we needed, 21 years old. Definitely gives us some fight on that right-hand side. Now, we have an offer here for Mikey Moore, who wants to leave the club, which is not really ideal. Aston Villa are coming in for £42 million, but I think we can try and get a little bit more. Let's see if we can get £65 million for Mikey Moore, just so we have enough budget to £50 million. Come on, at least £60 million. There we go, £60 million for Mikey Moore to Aston Villa. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey Moore is off to Aston Villa for £60 million. I was really hoping we could build him up for the future, but it happens. It happens. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Our replacement signing for Mikey Moore, and it's none other than Wilson Oliver from AC Milan for around £32 million. Welcome to the club, Wilson Oliver. And here we go, a brand new central defended midfielder, all the way from Sunnyside, Portugal. It's Manu Silva just for 10.7 million, making the transfer from Benfica to the Sky Blue Army. However, boys, we have a massive cup tie in the Emirates FA Cup against Aston Villa. Derby day in the FA Cup. Can we pull off a big win here? No. Oh, we lose 2-1 to Aston Villa. Grossant, Kamara for Villa. And Rodoni again. That's put our hopes to an end in the FA Cup. Hoping to go on a cup run. Just not good enough. How do we do in the Carabao Cup as well? Not even in the semis. Not even in the quarters. Got knocked out in round 3 by Nottingham Forest. Oh well. We'll just see where we get at the end of the season. Okay, at the end of season 3. By looking at in May, we have done amazing. But where have we finished in the Premier League table in season 3? Okay, we have not been relegated. So next season, we will be staying in the Premier League. Look at Norwich. 8 points, 0 wins. Thank God that was not us. Okay, we're nowhere near a relegation battle. And we finished mid-table. You know what? For a first season back again in the Premier League, I wasn't expecting too much. But hopefully next season we can push for Europe. Taking a look at this squad. Yeah, there are a load of improvements we need. And this is where the clean out begins. Raphael off to Cardiff for £1.5 million. Samuel Morales, we only signed him a couple of seasons ago. He's off to Holstein for around £3 million. And Mikael Brow off to Norwich City for £1.4 million. And don't forget, Andrew Morton is on loan at Middlesbrough for 2 years. And it's safe to say, star player Jack Rodoni is off to Nottingham Forest for £50 million. With the club swept up, we have now doubled our budget to £102 million. That's the budget I always want to see. Let's get to spending. And here he is, our Jack Rodoni replacement. In Claudio Acerbi from Manchester City for £32.6 million. Absolute bargain if you're telling me, and what an upgrade. It's our brand new left back, Neco Williams from Manchester United for just under £30 million. That is all, unfortunately, I could spend of the 100 million. We do have 30 million left, which I will be saving for January. This is the team heading into season 4. Not a massive upgrade, but I'm sure this team can push for Europe. Okay, and we're in January, but it looks like we're back in a relegation battle for another season. What is this, man? Last season we were up challenging for Europe, but now we're fighting to stay a place back in the Premier League. And just look at those stats. None of our players are being consistent. We're so inconsistent yet again. Tony Fruit, 7 goals, 8 assists. It's just not good enough, man. We're going to really have to try to pull out some upgrades in January. And player sales begin with Pastrini going out to Leeds United for around £30 million. And Efron Mason-Clark finally leaves Coventry City, going to Valencia for £4.8 million. Another transfer, Bobby Thomas out to Atalanta for 2 years. Diego Moreira from Fulham for £50 million. That's how the team looks coming into January. Tony Fruck up to an 85, Acerbi up to an 82, Oliver up to an 83, Florentino not growing as much as I want. Same with Van Eyck, they're going to be looking to be replaced next season. Fofana growing well, Canvot's not growing well, Williams growing well, Rushworth, he's growing alright. But the thing we're lacking is squad depth. We've only got 1 player on our reserves. So that's going to be key for us next season, is squad depth. Season 4 comes to an end, and oh my God, 4 wins in a row from the Sky Blue Army. Wins against Tottenham, Fulham, Wolves, Surely that means we've survived relegation, right? And oh my God, what a turnaround it's been for the Sky Blue Armies. Miss out on Conference League just by 5 points. As Wolves, Burnley, Southampton both go down. What a turnaround. Now, next season, it is a must we push for European football. And in the FA Cup, we beat Birmingham, Plymouth, Fulham. We beat Millwall. We're going to the FA Cup semi-finals. But where we lose to Manchester City on the finals, but Arsenal go win it. We're going to get there one day. We are going to get there one day. So at the start of Season 5, we have definitely made a load of changes by selling Tony Fruit to Bournemouth for 100 million, bringing in 2 centre-backs in Domenico Navarrete and Konstantinos from Levete, Barcelona for shy of 15 and 42 million pounds, and Robert Koenig from Arsenal for around 70 million pounds. 16 years old, 82 rated, 91 pace. Okay, boys, we're in the 1st of January and we are sat 14th in the Premier League table, only 7 points off Sunderland, who are 18th and they're in the relegation zone. We can't keep these slow starts. It's killing us, man. In Gasum Diakate on a free, he was just chilling in the free agency like he didn't want a job. Believe it or not, guys, simming through, we have made an FA Cup final against Crystal Palace. Our chance to win our first silverware of the season. And here it is, FA Cup final against Crystal Palace. Can we win our first silverware? Which we do! Yes! Coventry City FA Cup winners. Trophy number 1 in the cabinet. Yes! And Coventry City finished 3rd from 15th in January all the way up to 3rd. What a miracle it's been. Champions League football next season. And what a signing Robert Koenig has earned to be. 26 goals, 9 assists, up +3, 85. Wilson Odobert in there as well with 33 goal contributions. Claudio Cherry up there as well, Diego Moreira as well. What a signing they have been. Kicking off Season 6 with Champions League football. Big money marquee signing in Seni Mayolu, £50 million from PSG. Welcome to the Sky Blue Army, Seni Mayolu. And for backup reasons, as Oliver Dovin is leaving the club, we have got ourselves a backup keeper for Carl Rushworth. In from Fulham, Damien Udwig for 5.5 million. And Neco Williams is leaving the club, going to Chelsea for around £34.6 million. And to replace him, Nathaniel Brown from Chelsea for £63 million. With this team we have here with the likes of Koenig, Chervi, Seni Mayolu, Carl Rushworth in goal, I believe this team not only can win the Premier League, I believe we can go on an underdog story in the Champions League and potentially win the whole thing. But first, we've got the FA Community Shield, a chance to win some silverware early on in the season. Manchester City at Wembley. No. And with the final season, I believe this one, he's young, he's quick, good for a starting and a bench player. Please welcome Jefferson from Leeds for £40 million. Just exactly what we need to push for the Premier League title. Hold on a minute, what's this? Wait. What's this? Exit interview. It's come to our attention that Oliveira has been making scratch interviews, publicity, discussing his wish to leave. Will you ask him to extend on the side and quickly resolve? Well, that came out of nowhere. And there you go. There you have it. Mateus Oliveira sold to Caligari for £15.5 million. With the departure of Oliveira, we've decided to bring in a new backup left back called Yussi from Mallorca for around £28 million. Okay, boys, we have another shot at winning some more silverware. Major trophy, Europa League. We have made the finals after beating Manchester City 4-2 on aggregate. This is our chance to secure our legacy in the best club in Midlands history. Can we win the Europa League? Yes, we can. Coventry City, champions of the Europa League. Now, there's one thing we still need to win, and that's the Premier League and the Champions League. Okay, we are at the end of the season. Have we won the Premier League? I don't see us below 6th. I don't see us 5th. Nor 4th, nor 3rd. We're top 2. We're top 2. And we've won the Premier League. Coventry City, champions of England. And the players that will be leaving next season: JD Canvart, Manu Silva, Genoa Marcello, and Angel Ortiz. They didn't want to renew their contract, so we are going to have to try our hardest to try find some replacements for these 4. And our Golden Boot winner, Claudio Echervi, 39 goal contributions, 31 goals, 8 assists. Wow. I mean, wow. What a season for Robert Koenig. He's now got 17 goals and 15 assists. Unfortunately, Claudio Echervi could not get the Golden Boot, despite getting 19 goals in the Premier League. It's Harvey Barnes with 28. Jesus. And if my players can produce that much. And at the head of season 7, Champions League money, Premier League money equals big signings. Therefore, we are splashing the cash on Giovanni Reid for £110 million from West Ham United to solidify that right back spot. Believe it or not, this man right here was chilling on the free agency market. So please welcome Andre Santos on free. And for squad depth, Silas Anderson joins us on a free transfer. Don't forget, we've got early season trophies, the FA Community Shield, which we can pick up early on in the season. If we can beat Brentford, which we do, 2-1, add another FA Cup Community Shield to that trophy cabinet. And we could have our hand on another trophy just at the start of the season. It's the UEFA Super Cup against Barcelona. Can we get two trophies? Yes, we can. 2 trophies in the matter of 2 games. Put that in our trophy cabinet. Okay, 1st of January at the moment. We are currently 5th in the league table. Sort of roughly where we were last season. Dropped off a little bit. But second season, we're going to need to pull off a miracle if we want to go back to back. And in the Champions League as well, oh my God. Halfway through, sat in 4th. We're competing with teams like PSG, Real Madrid, Roma, Dortmund, Napoli and Chelsea. Nowhere to be seen. Okay, we are now at the end of season 7. Let's see where we have finished in the Champions League and the Premier League. Okay, 2nd in the Premier League. Arsenal win it just by 1 point. At least we've got Champions League football again next season. I'm just hoping we've gone far in the Champions League this season. Champions League goes to Chelsea. Where did we finish? Okay, we finished 6th in the league table. So that means no playoffs for us. But we lose in the round of 16 to Borussia Dortmund. That's not good enough. And kicking off in season number 8, we are making a statement signing in William Saliba, coming from Arsenal for £64 million. That's an absolute steal if you ask me. The first departure of the season is Academy Andrew Morton, going to Denmark to £2.3 million. And if we want to win the Champions League, we're going to need a star striker in Victor Gyökeres from Barcelona, 34 years of age, just for £38 million. And our third and final signing, Noah Fernandez from Lille for £38 million. This is how the team is lining up for season number 8. Fingers crossed, this will be the team that goes on to win the Champions League. Okay, we're halfway through season number 8. So far, it's looking good. We are currently sat top of the table, 10 points clear off Chelsea. We could win our second Premier League in our history. Champions League, we are unbeaten in 6 games with only 3 games left to play. We're second, 14 points. Paris Saint-Germain are 2 points ahead. This season is looking spectacular for us. And there's why we're bringing in a centre-back, Peter Bogard, for Manchester City for £25 million. With the team looking stronger than ever, I believe we can win the Champions League this season. And would you believe it, we are in the Emirates FA Cup again against Leeds United. Let's see if we can win this. Giovanni Reid has been suspended, so Milan van Eyck will step in that right back spot. Can we win the FA Cup again? And we do. 2-1. Robert Koenig twice. Add that to the trophy cabinet. And Coventry City are champions of England yet again. 2-time champions of England. And would you believe it? Coventry City are in the Champions League final against FC Barcelona. This is our chance to become champions of Europe. But no, Claudio Acerbi has been suspended for this final. So Noah Fernandez will have to take place. And here we go. Champions League final. Coventry v Barcelona. Oh, Barcelona already on the tag with Ansu Fati. Brilliant from Giovanni Reid. Fernandez. That's a lovely ball into Robert Koenig. Koenig's in. He shoots. Oh, he's put it wide. Mikel Arteta? What's he doing at FC Barcelona? Giving the ball away. Pedro. Still João Pedro. Pedri. It's a lovely challenge there from Wilson Odobert. Barcelona on the attack again. Pedro. Pedro with the shot. Luckily that was going wide. Fernandez. It's a lovely ball. Diego Moro to put City ahead. And again, we keep putting it wide. We've given the ball away again. Barcelona on the attack. It's Pedri. Lamine Yamal, good save there from the number 1, Carl Rushworth. They've got a corner, so danger is not away exactly. Good save again from Carl Rushworth. Maybe we can get him on the counter-attack here with Wilson Odobert. He's really driving that forward. Oh, he's really driving it forward. Lovely little 1-2. Wilson Odobert. Squares it for Koenig. No. That was some beautiful football from us. It's Wilson Odobert. It's a lovely little run. He's definitely got pace on him. Seni Mayolu. Whips one in. Robert Koenig saves the header. And Juan Garcia with an easy save. And there it is. Half time. Coventry 0. Barcelona 0. We really, really need to sort things out in the second half if we want to win the Champions League. Definitely working it around the Barcelona players. This is some lovely tiki-taka football. Wilson Odobert into Robert Koenig, who shoots, and again it's wide. We have so been the better team so far. Good challenge there, Wilson Odobert. Yeah, he's injured. We might have to take him off. We'll give him a few minutes and we'll see what it's like. He's in a load of space. Can he whip that one in? Robert Koenig's there with the header! Yes, and we take the lead in the Champions League final. Robert Koenig with an absolute beauty of a header. And he's put us ahead 1-0 against Barcelona. Let's take a look at this little replay. Giovanni Reid crosses that one in. Robert Koenig gets in front of his man with an absolute pinpoint accuracy header to put the Sky Blues 1-0 up. To Pedri for Barcelona. Oh, he's teared us apart there. Good strike and a brilliant block there from William Saliba. Lamine Yamal crosses that one in. Headed away there by Noah Fernandez. So Lamine Yamal again for Barcelona. That's a lovely ball and that's a lovely cross. No. João Pedro levels it for Barcelona. I am going to make the substitution. Wilson Odobert comes off. That's danger clear at the moment. 1 minute left. We need to think of something. Jaspersen. Fernandez. Back into Jaspersen. It's now or never. Jaspersen shoots. And he scores! A late goal from Christopher Jaspersen. The super sub-hero has just won Coventry City the Champions League and made us the champions of Europe. The ref can blow any minute now, which he does. Coventry City, champions of Europe. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coventry City, champions of Europe. That's the way we like it, and that's the way we want it. Champions of Europe. From where we started to where we finished, this Coventry City rebuild was all about bringing the club back to where it really belongs. New signings, big moments, and a future to really believe in. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to comment down below who I should rebuild in the next video. Peace.